Look at that. Sweet Maya pulled a Jess. Actually, his probably wasn't forgetfulness. It was probably mindfulness not to take handmade pottery into the barnyard. So I can't say that's exactly what I do. I just set mine down and forget about it entirely. So, good morning. Welcome back to Roots Refuge Farm. I actually was walking out to get in my car, go to a prayer meeting, which is like my normal Wednesday morning thing. But I looked out here and thought, well, we're gonna take a little detour, make a little bit of video first, because this is cool. So Joe and Wes are over, and they are on the horses in the round pen. I introduced Joe on a vlog a couple weeks ago, down at Beulah at the roastery, because he's been working down on the roastery, but he's also been coming out here once a week and working on training horses, because he has a lot of experience in that. And he's currently working on working with Paisley, because she's the wild Mustang that Wes has, but they're on Haley and Bosco right now. Nice job. Hey.
Morning.
What's up? I'm doing well. Nice horses.
Yes.
You gonna get on one?
I was gonna go to the church.
I think you should get on Haley for a little bit first.
She's good.
She'll take you to church.
Here comes Bo.
Yeah, Bo's been hanging out.
He was sitting there looking at the rooster that was looking in the barn, and I thought, this looks like a perfect scene of a children's book.
Well, he already opened the barn. I had to chase him out.
Bo did?
Yes.
One of the jerseys is in heat. I don't know which one, but it's Helen.
Everyone else is bred.
Okay. Bo, is her milkshake bringing you to the yard? He's so huge. Y'all want to know the kind of thing I do? Prematurely get the horses out of the round pen. I'm always like, let's go ride in the field. And you want to know what that means? I've been thrown off horses a lot.
Mostly due to barn sour.
Yeah, and that's what they are.
Going away from the barn, he was fine. When she turned him back towards the barn, he took off.
And that's how she can be a little bit. Like, she's getting better. Like, I had Nadine on her on this weekend, and we were riding everywhere. So, if she can handle a horse, you can do, I'm comfortable with pretty much anybody getting on her back. Yeah, that's how she was. Like, she'd ride away as soon as she
How
turned
experienced of a rider is Nadine?
I mean, she's done plenty of horse work with me and with Tony and moved cows. I mean, she can definitely be a person out there helping,
yeah.
For sure. We were able to come and ride, and
yeah.
I had her on her and I was on him.
I like how we're just sitting here and Bo's just watching us. Like, we are watching the horses because that's the interesting thing, but to him, we are the interesting thing. Bo Cephas. Oh, sweet Gabe. Sweet Gabe.
He'll lope if you sit that lope. Yeah. If you sit that lope, like you're sitting in a trot.
Yeah.
If you'll sit that lope, you sit down and just start shifting your hips with him. He almost loped very slow. He almost jumped in a nice little slow lope for you.
All right, I gotta go. I'm already gonna be late. So last week I wasn't here, and the guys sent me a video of Jeremiah riding Haley. So they're working a lot in the round pen right now, which is just like a controlled environment, obviously, for really training. But they have taken the horses out on pasture, but just trying to make sure that they're like solid and make sure that they're having good habits and good manners that we want to reinforce. The kids this morning saw the guys bringing the horses out with the saddles on, and they were like, oh my goodness, we're so excited to ride. And that's why we're trying to make sure they have solid manners, because if you want to put your child on a horseback, you want to make sure that it's a solid and safe situation. Hey guys, what's up? It is now evening and I am back at the house. Do y'all like how I got all dressed earlier to go to a prayer meeting with 12 people, and then I come home and put on my comfies to make a video for 50,000 to watch? It's interesting psychology, isn't it? All right, so I am doing something right now that I have not done in a year. I am reconstituting some sourdough starter. This is where when my starter was like rocking and rolling, which our sourdough starter, you know, you're supposed to name it, and people name it like clever things that are to do with like bread or flour or whatever. So Jeremiah named our starter, which is a mix of lots of different starters plus natural yeast that we had caught, starting one from scratch, which is basically allowing it to ferment over the course of weeks. There's like a whole process, or you can buy a dried starter from somebody or get some from a friend, and always just throw them all together. So we have a very diverse mix. And Jeremiah named it Jean Valjean, which is a Les Mis reference, because he went to jail for the loaf of bread, but then he rose again. So anyway, we're bringing the Jean back. I'm banking on his resilience, because this has been dried for a year. When it is rocking and rolling, I usually try to remember to spread some of it out to dehydrate, so that if a time comes that I forget about it, or you know, don't do what needs to be done, I can always have like a backup without having to buy a new one, or without having to go through the process of starting a new one. So 1 year ago, at the beginning of September, my kids were trying to decide whether they were gonna break out in a full brother brawl here in the living room while I was making a video or not. They decided to take it back to the bedroom. Sourdough starter. A year ago right now, I was in the onset of my big autoimmune flare where my skin went absolutely crazy. It was the beginning of September. My friend Matthew was actually here visiting, and it had been like starting. I had this really bad big patch of eczema, I think is what it was, on my hand. And when the beginning of September came around, it was hot, it was all these other things. There had been some stress. Jeremiah's grandfather died, and he had traveled to Arkansas for like a week and a half, and I'd been here with the kids in the farm without him. And I don't know what all led into it, other than the fact that I'd been taking a lot of antibiotics that really messed me up, and my skin just exploded all over, which led to some incredible changes in my life. I'm way healthier now overall. Basically, I had gone down like the allopathic medicine route for an issue with my urinary tract that I've had since I was a little child, and I've gone through ups and downs and had like medically documented healing, like that was just completely supernatural, and then to having certain symptoms and issues again, and what a roller coaster that is. And I had kind of given up on medicine and trying to fix it. Then we moved here, it got really, really bad. I was in really rough shape, not well. It's crazy. I pulled up a video this morning to show somebody something from like 2 years when we first moved here, and I was like, my goodness, you can see how sick I was. I just didn't know at the time. But I was really good at hiding that. I was really good at just functioning. I'm a mom. I have a lot of kids. I want to take care of everybody. And I think we have a tendency as people who are caretakers, I can't just say moms, though I think moms are particularly guilty of it. We have a tendency to take care of everybody else but us and ignore where our bodies or hearts or minds are crying out for help and attention. And I don't know who needs to hear this right now, but you can't expect everybody else to take care of you if you don't take care of you. And honestly, I learned that the hard way. And a year ago, my body said, hey, you're not going to ignore me anymore. I will be cared for. And I'm so glad that my body spoke up to me that way, and that I learned that I have to take care of my body, and that is actually caring for everybody. A year ago, I stopped making sourdough because I stopped eating gluten. I have kind of dabbled in it a little bit here and there since then, but now I can confidently say I am solid on being gluten-free. My kids do still eat bread with like sandwiches for lunch, and I will make bread in the bread maker, like yeast bread, but I do think sourdough is better for them, so I'm gonna pick it back up, which means reconstituting my starter. This morning, your phone will do like the memories thing where it shows you pictures from like this time, this day, or this week, years before. And in my memories today was one of the early pictures from that outbreak where I had sent some of my girlfriends some pictures of my hands and stuff and asked them for help with holistic approaches, just because I kind of got into that state, taking all the antibiotics and doing everything that I was being told to do from the medical world that, frankly, it was masking symptoms. And now, a year later, after having gone to the root of health, looking at diet and lifestyle and trauma and so many different things, I am 37 and I feel more healthy and whole than I ever have in my life. So I've been feeling pretty grateful for that today. I have to put sourdough starter right out on the counter where I will see it, or else I will forget about it and it will die. And by die, it just ferments to a point of being kind of weird. But I'm gonna put it here, and I'm gonna probably feed this again before I go to bed tonight. It's already got a couple little bubbles popping up, so seems to have worked. Our dishwasher stopped working this week, so we've had dishes on the counter every day. Oh, hey babe.
There you go.
That was something on here.
What was it?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Coming to help Jackson and want to go finish listening to those podcasts.
Oh, you've been listening to our podcast?
Been listening to the ones that we need to make sure are ready to go before we put them out there.
Are they ready?
Almost.
Yeah. All right, I'm heading outside. I have a paper bag that I'm gonna grab some herbs in. Funny, I went to my friend Leah's house and we harvested in a paper bag. So there you go. I've got my Leah style harvesting basket. Look at my new neighbors. Oh, hey turkeys. Hey turkeys. So it has apparently been the week for appliances to break. Our big deep freezer, which thankfully didn't have very much in it, but one of our deep freezers went out, and that's the one that we were going to put all the turkeys in. So we have another deep freezer ordered, and then that one we're going to try to get repaired and then consolidate some of our older ones into it. So these guys got a couple more weeks. We were actually going to go ahead and process them soon because they're getting pretty good sized. And now they're going to have until the new freezer comes in. But they're right here by the front because this is where we butcher, is up here closer to the house over here. And we moved them up here and then realized we were gonna have to wait. So we get to listen to them for the next little bit. Hey Tobe.
Hello.
What's up, man?
What's up?
Toby, you look so grown up.
Yeah.
Zucchini. Hey, Zucchini. Oh, look over here.
Whoa. Did we get any fences?
No, this is the netting. This is the netting for the young ones.
Are those electric or no?
Yes, they are.
They're like barely electric though.
It's called shock or not. It's electric, but it has a non-electrified netting on it to keep babies from getting stuck. Oh.
Are they in our big pond or our small pond?
So here are our Pekin ducks.
They're so cute.
These are meat ducks.
Oh. Okay.
They're still cute.
Mom,
Huh?
we have turkeys.
Mm-hmm.
We have ducks and we have chickens.
Yeah, right now we have all of our meat animals because it's getting to be
Winter.
Yeah. Can they get out of there? I don't know if this is working.
Baby. You want me
I
to
don't
get
think.
it? You want
Yeah,
me to-
let's turn the net off and let's let them out. I don't think that this is working for them. We just moved them out here like a couple of hours ago, and that water, the sidewalls are too deep. I'm calling Jeremiah to let him know because I'm gonna let those babies out and dump that. But we need to put something else in here they can drink
Mom,
from.
is this off?
Yeah, that's right.
That's
When
off?
that's pointed up, it's
Yeah,
off.
I found it here. So, something like that.
Okay, lift those babies out of the water.
Like this?
No, pick them up individually and just set them out. They need to get dry before the sun goes down. Thank you.
They feel sticky.
Yeah, because they're wet. Now dump that water out, and we're gonna have to figure out something else for them for water.
So good.
Thank you.
We're gonna have to get a different kind of pepper.
Yeah, because they can't stay in there getting wet. They were stuck. We need to get something that's a little more shallow.
Yeah. They look so naked under that.
Yeah, they'll be okay. They'll dry off.
We're gonna get chickies.
Yep, let's check the here. Hey, bud, look. This is open. Alright, just wrap this around. Yeah, we can make a video about
If
fishing.
we were gonna fish, were we gonna fish in like the morning?
We could try different times of day and see when they're biting the best.
Can I go fish?
But the morning is nice for fishing, and it's not super
morning
hot.
is usually best for fishing. One, because fish mostly bite in the morning.
Here, I
too.
can't do this while holding the camera.
Okay, I'll hold the camera. You want me to film while doing it?
Sure.
Oh, damn, no stick.
Alright, here's our little meat dinosaurs. Y'all have been seeing, these are that same little babies that got here just a few weeks ago.
Growing fast.
There's also our quail that we got from the farmer's market.
Yep.
Y'all see them in there?
Yeah.
They're doing well.
They're getting pretty chunky.
Yep. So when we process these meat birds, we'll probably like let the quail start free ranging at that point. They should be big enough then. That'll be about, I can't remember what day we set to process these. It was somewhere, I think it was somewhere around the 2nd or 3rd week of October. All right, guys, I wanted to give y'all one more look at the garden before it changes. I'm gonna start cutting out tomatoes tomorrow, I think. I don't know. Some of them maybe I should leave. There's still some fruit on there, but it's not much. There's so many insects on here. I think it's time for the tomatoes to just be done. They're also like, some of them, like the skins are getting really tough. They got a lot of blemishes on them. I'm still occasionally like coming out and getting 1 or 2, but mostly they're pretty well done. So I think it's probably time to just go ahead and pull the plants out and you know, start working on whatever's next. And look.
That's a nice
Look at
one.
that beauty. One, while I'm talking about them not doing very much, there's one pretty perfect little Dr. Witchy, a farewell tomato. What'd you see? Oh, wow, look. You know what that is?
What is
I'm pretty sure that is, I may be wrong. Somebody will tell me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that is the moth that lays tomato hornworm caterpillars. Is that I think it's not a sphinx moth.
Is it dead?
I don't know. Basically, it's like a hummingbird moth or somewhere in that family. Yes, that is dead. It is pretty.
We could probably grab it and frame it.
You think we should frame it?
Yeah.
People
I'm just
do that.
not touching it.
Okay. Hey, I actually want to get some of this basil here and put it in that bag. I'm going to tie it up and hang it in the house. Come here.
That's basil?
Yeah, this variegated basil.
I can't smell anything. My smelling is horrible, so.
Yeah, we're just going to cut this across. Here, who wants to cut it?
Me.
Or Ben, Ezra, here, you hold the bag. Or actually, you hold the herbs out and let Ben cut them. Here, you're going to have to hold on to them when he cuts them. There we go. Ooh, a little tricky. Okay, just put it here in the bag.
Now.
There we go. Thank you. Bless you, Toby. Okay, let's keep cutting. Cut a few more, Ben, and then give Ezra a turn, please.
Stop.
This is interesting. This is a variegated basil. I can't remember. Is it? I think it's called Perpetua. No, it's not Perpetua. That's the Proven Winners one. I don't even know what this is called. But look, it's breaking through with non-variegated. So the whole benefit of this basil is that it doesn't go to seed. The downside is that you can't get seeds for it. You have to buy from plants. You can root some. So I was going to hang these up to dry and put a couple sprigs in a jar of water to see if I can root and maybe get some going in pots before winter comes. And then next year, if I have them in pots, I can just move those out and not have to buy new plants. But this breakthrough growth is weird. I definitely won't be pulling from these because I don't know if it's going to have the same traits as the rest of the plant. Alright, here we go. Here's our harvest. Who wants to carry this for me?
I will. Okay, so you can do it.
Thank you, sirs. Oh,
Those are really
beautiful garden. Hey guys, look.
What? What do you want? What is that? It's a melon. Cucumber.
You want to eat it or no?
I'm good. I hate. What do they taste like?
You don't like it?
What do they taste like?
Too sour for you?
Is that what? No. What's that? Are you still? I can't remember what they taste like, and I just. Mom, can I go down to the garden? Your new dead moth friend?
You keeping it?
Yeah, we're gonna frame it, right? Yeah. Where should we put it though?
I'm not sure.
Oh my god.
We need to look up how to
It's
properly preserve it.
Right. What if we just hire a person to do it?
No, I think this is going to be a DIY thing.
Yeah.
See you, Jack. Well, y'all, I am actually educating my children in movies tonight. We are going to watch the 1993 version of The Secret Garden, which was one of my very favorite movies when I was a little kid. And this will be their first time seeing it. When Dad does movie nights, they watch action movies, but when Mom does movie nights, we watch 90s movies.
Yeah.
What's the last one we watched whenever we did a Mom movie night?
Elemental?
No, that wasn't with just me. That was that. I'm talking about when I showed y'all a movie from when I was a kid.
Isn't it like the baseball movie, Field of Dreams?
We watched Field of Dreams.
I don't remember. Okay.
The last one?
I don't remember.
Angels in the Outfield.
Angels in the Outfield?
I don't remember that one. I wasn't there.
And then we watched
Sandlot.
Sandlot, yeah, I remember that one. That was a good one.
Yeah. Well, tonight it's Secret Garden, my favorite movie when I was a little kid.
And I read the book.
And we watched
Winn-Dixie.
Oh,
Winn-Dixie.
yeah,
Winn-Dixie's a really good movie. I wanted to watch it with them once, and they said, no, I don't like that movie. I'm just like, that's like...
Another thing that we like watching as a family has been really fun is the veterinarian show. It's called All Creatures Great and Small. It's a TV show. I think it's on PBS. And it's really good. It's based on some books by a veterinarian. He lived in England, I think, I can't remember exactly where it was, but in the 1930s. And he wrote memoirs of his time as a veterinarian. It's very fascinating. I've read the books, but they made a great show out of it, and we've watched that, and we really like it. We actually have a couple episodes of that, but we have to wait for Jackson and Asher and everybody to be here for us to watch that.
It's really sad.
Sometimes it is sad.
Yeah. I want to be a vet when I grow up.
I know you do. That's exciting. Alright guys, well, thank you for hanging out with us today.
We bless you until next time.
We bless you until next time.